All right, so that was a great Big East game. You know, it's one of the better offensive teams in the country. You know, neither team guarded anybody, right? That was a poor performance defensively for us, but I think the credit goes to their offense, their pace. You know, we did a lot of different things. Proud of the group that, you know, we got back into the game, and I'd be remiss if I didn't really appreciate our crowd. I mean, our crowd, to come in this atmosphere and to play the way they did, I haven't seen that too much in college basketball. I mean, this is, you got to give them all the credit. They played great. Jones, to me, is a first-round pick. You know, two guys combining for 62 points. You know, our defense has some question marks that we got to get ready for Saturday. Very, very disappointed in our defensive just toughness, but also really you got to give Xavier a lot of credit. I mean, they made shots against our zone. You know, and I thought we had some breakdowns defensively. You know, I thought our preparation was decent. We had a lot of breakdowns, and you know, when you play in these high-level games like this here, you're going to limit your mistakes. You really do, and I didn't think we did that. They took advantage of every mistake we had. But you know what? We got to get back on it. We finished the season here. I'm going to miss our students on Saturday. It is senior day, so there'll be, you know, we'll say goodbye to some of our seniors for the last time here at Meeker Mutual Pavilion. And we got to keep our head up. We got to get ready for the next game. It's disappointing to lose, but that's part of development. That's part of growth. You know, and you know, you don't want to point a finger at anybody. You got to give all the credit to Xavier that played great. Man, did they play well offensively? That was, whew, to see those two guys out there, man, it looked like, you know, Magic and Larry were out there, you know. So credit them. We'll move on. We'll get better tomorrow with our practice on Friday and noon game on Saturday, and try to stay positive with the group as we get to the last home game of the season.
And how do you balance that? You know, your defense had some breakdowns, and yet those two guys from Luka. Is it truly, you know, play by play, or how do you assign? I wouldn't say blame, but.
No, it's not a blame game, Kevin. You know, I think you got to give them credit. I think it's a very hard question, you know, because you're trying to go with your group. You're trying to go with the guys that have got you to this point. And so that's why I think you just got to give them credit. They probably made 6 or 7 really, really tough shots. I couldn't tell you the last time I, as a head coach, and we as a program lost a game at home scoring 89 points in regulation. That, to me, just was not a great defensive effort. I mean, you guys have been here with me for 12 years. Very rare we losing a game scoring 89 points in this building.
But those two guys were outstanding.
They were great. They were really, really good, and it was their day. So it's no finger point. You got to give the credit. The finger point goes to their locker room. That was a great win, great hard-earned win. But it goes to tell you the depth of our league. Our league is really, really, really good, like really good. So we got to find a way to, you know, Seton Hall's lost a couple of games in a row, tough home games. So, you know, they lost, we lost, so it should be a dogfight. You know, they're very physical. As the leader, you can't just be down, right? You got to find a way to respond. That's why there's 31 games. You're not going to win every game, you know. And again, still coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, so you got to be positive with them. You got to encourage them. You can let them know you're disappointed. We'll show some clips where, you know, we didn't guard or we miscommunicate. I mean, how many times are you going to give a fake handoff, give up a layup? Come on, that's A, B, C, D defense. So that's on me. I got to correct that. I either got to correct it with a timeout or a substitution. That's not on the players. This loss, every time we lose, this coaching, it's not the players. I got to do a better job with my group.
I think you remiss if we didn't mention that this is your first loss here this year.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sting a little extra?
I mean, it doesn't matter. When you lose, it stings. Obviously, when you lose at home, as I shared with our men, when you lose at home, I feel like somebody broke in. I feel like somebody came and took our toys from under the Christmas tree. I feel like somebody took our food. I feel like somebody broke our windows. I feel super down when you got this level of support in our community and somebody comes in here and kicks us because we don't guard. That's what I'm down about. We've lost games. But when you lose at the crib, yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough.
Ed, you went with the Stars, you know, a good chunk of that second half. Did you think about subbing it at any point, or was that?
I'm asked that a lot. I mean, you got to go what you're feeling. I thought we were down 2, we got back into the game, and then we got down 3, and then they made shot after shot. That's something we'll take a look at. You know, I try to rock and roll with those older guys in those big time games like that. maybe it was bad coaching, so maybe I'll look at it the next time.
But the lift that Corey gave you
Mm-hmm.
in the first half, did that maybe open the door potentially to maybe go back to him in the second half?
Right.
Maybe Noah picked up his fourth foul first.
Yeah, that was a tough call. The staff talked about that after the game. Probably could have went back to Malloy because defensively he's a little bit bigger than our other guys, a little bit more athletic. So it's, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Bottom line is my sorry didn't do it.
And I know different personnel, different teams, but last week at UConn, now just giving up, 87 plus. Do you see any themes, maybe that
We got to defend better, right? Stevie Wonder could see we got to defend better. Seriously. And you're playing against two really good teams. Those guys are ranked for a reason. We're ranked for a reason. We scored 89 points. 89. You're going to win the majority of those games, but you're really bright. You know the game. We just got to defend. We didn't defend, bottom line.
And is it just one of those things where when you're not defending well and, you do get a stop or two, start to find some offense, maybe, they go down and score, Soule scores, is it just like sort of snowball discouraging a little bit?
A little bit. I think that's a fair question. And we had a couple of chippies at the basket where we missed. We missed the front end of a 1-and-1. We missed 8 free throws. So when you're in these high major games and these tight games like this, we had back-to-back turnovers. We stepped out of bounds. We dropped the ball, 7-0 run, missed a free throw, missed a layup. So, when you play against good teams, the margin of error is very thin. That's why you got to give them credit for the amount of shots that they made. What they shoot, 100% in the second half, right? I don't even know if they missed a shot. That's like, wow, man. And again, they played great. They played great. But again, it's not the end of the world. We'll bounce back. We'll find a way. I'll love our players up. I'll let them know I'm disappointed, but I'm going to love them up harder, and we're going to give everything we can to try to send our seniors off with a win on Saturday.
2 close games against them. Looking forward to maybe seeing them again in the tournament.
I'm looking forward to seeing another team. The greatest thing about the Big East is you're going to play a great game in New York. And the excitement around the Big East tournament is nationwide. Everybody watches the Big East tournament. Nothing against any other league, which is really good. There's no better tournament than sitting in New York City. And if we're fortunate to advance to play in a semifinal Friday night Broadway, Saturday night prime time, that's what it's about, and that's what we try to prepare for, right? We have a damn good team. We didn't defend well. We're a tournament team. There's some great teams in our league. Villanova's starting to play well, right? It's going to be a dogfight down there. But before we can get to that, we got a big-time game that's going to be here Saturday. I'm going to need everybody in the building to try to get these men over. It's not about what we did today. It's what we're going to try to do on Saturday.
Any more questions?
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.